unless you've actually stepped in the ring and done it and had some experience and had some where you've made your mistakes and you've learned from them, and where those mistakes have cost you opportunities to make more mistakes or make more money or be a higher position or do more things. How can you relate to that? How can you, say I don't know what it's like to work in a steel mill. I know what it's like to work in a steel mill, but I've never worked in a steel mill, so how am I going to tell somebody working in a steel mill, oh, well, you're stupid, you suck, man, you shouldn't have done that. And then the guy in the steel mill, this is the real rub now, the guy in the steel mill go, God, so-and-so told me I sucked. I better change how I'm working in the steel mill now, even though he's never worked a goddamn day in the steel mill. That's insane, but unfortunately that's what it's become in this business.
What's the worst injury you've ever received in the ring?
God, I've had a minor stroke from a head injury. I have a neurological problem down the entire right side.
Was that something that came over time or from one incident?
I don't know.
Oh.
Doctors don't know. The time when, for months at a time I'd cough up blood every time I got into wrestling. One time you have a sack of fluid around your heart, and from the impact of one of the guys landing on me night after night after night, about I think 10 nights in a row or whatever, I went home and I could lean to the side and you could hear my heart clicking against the inside of my rib cage for about 4 or 5 days. Cracked my tailbone, that was fun.
Oh, that.
As I was showering and then dropped the soap, bent over to pick it up, couldn't stand back, and wrestlers being wrestlers, I'd call out for help and stuck. And they come in and start laughing at me and poking me in the asshole, and, which then caused me to glue one guy to his bed sheets and then super glue another guy's soles of his feet together.
Is there a lot of practical joking backstage?
Not so much anymore. Not so much. I used to like a lot of guys use the term paying dues, and they say that well, he didn't pay his dues, and they think paying dues is like coming to shows like this and working for little or no money and driving around, and that is paying dues. But where the real paying dues used to be, the older guys would first physically abuse you. But they did that, now I understand, they did that because they'd stretch you, but they'd actually put holds on you so that you had a better understanding of how to sell them, how to make them more realistic, make them appear more realistic. Because if you never had an actual armbar put on, you don't know how to sell it properly. If you never had a real headlock put on, where a guy puts a headlock on you and makes all the blood vessels in both eyes burst, then you don't know where to grab and what to do instinctually to make people in the audience believe that that's what the guy's doing. And that really is what you're trying to attempt to sell. Selling is not acting like you heard, it's to get people to buy into what you're doing. But then when they would get done doing that, then they would also emotionally terrorize you, mentally screw with you for, every single day. One time they made me believe that I was a partner of a hit and run and a murder, and that for 2 weeks tried to see if I would stooge the guy off, torturing me. The time they threw me a birthday party, that was at 18 years old, I would if anything moved, I would nail it. So I'd walk into a room in a fish tank and fish would stop swimming because they were like thinking I'm gonna screw them or something. And, it was a big practical joke to get a girl to come up, approach you, talk you up, take you up to the hotel room, get you naked, and then big giant husband guy kicks the door in with a gun, and then you go run screaming out down the hallway. And I made it down the stairs and was out in the parking lot naked before they stopped us. Things like that. It's funny, and I mean, at the time it wasn't funny. Now it's funny, and it was a way to see if you would if you quit, you started slowly earning their respect. As you earned their respect, you earned your spot. As you earned your spot in the locker room, you developed from there. But it was because of the fact that they realized that it only takes one guy to kill business. You create an illusion that everybody has not believed in or has been smart to since the 30s. The only thing fake about wrestling is the finish. It's the only thing that's fake. Everybody's known that the finish has been fake since the 1930s, since newspapers stopped reporting on it as if it was an actual competitive situation. So when these people pay tonight to come in, they're not paying just to watch a wrestling show or see great matches. They pay to believe, even if it's just for the time they're in the building, that this is about a competition. It's no different than magic. You guys all know that, Chris Angel ain't really altering reality, I hope. Altering reality. He's not floating for real, but while you're watching him, you can suspend your disbelief. You can, wow, how did he do that? Same thing. They want to believe that you're really out there trying to beat the guy, not just beat him up. They know it, so they're paying to come in and want to buy into that, want to believe into that. And if everybody on the show helps create that illusion, and all through the night the tension, that believability just keeps building, the emotion just keeps building, and the excitement keeps building, and then one guy goes out and we're done. Killed it. You go to watch that magic show, you go to watch a concert, and the opening acts keep playing. Well, now the main act comes out, and you've got that fever pitch built throughout the building, and the drummer was sick. So now we got to get this drummer, throw the drummer in there, and he's the shit. He's horrible. Now what happens to the entire night?
Well, they say they're in the wrong town.
How many guys did it take to do that? One guy. And it's even more important here. And guys need to realize that and understand it, and that's why they put you through all of that. And the last thing they wanted to do was have you get hot, catch fire, be the guy that could draw money. Here they all do everything they could to get you over or get you heat on you, and then you can't take the pressure. You crack, go home. There was 6 months, 8 months, a year that we just pissed down the tubes and we wasted. What was the point of that? Now we all got to start all over again. So in order to make sure that didn't happen, they just twist you up, see if you quit.